Hello everyone, Daniel Kerr here. Okay, I'm going to teach you guys how to DJ with the Akai Force. Alright, now there's going to be a few methods that I'm going to cover. The first method is the completely DAW-less method, which is to get some tracks from wherever and to drop them in there and to adjust pitch to match tempo, basically like you would with turntables. Right now I'm going to be doing some melodic house, and I got some tracks off of Beatport. When you go to Beatport or other types of sites like this, when you download tracks, you purchase tracks, it gives you the BPM and it gives you the key that it's in. Sometimes they're wrong on both accounts. Most of the time it's pretty spot on. Because I'm doing melodic techno, it's going to be like beatmatching is super important for house and techno and these types of electronic genres. There are some genres like hip hop or some other, even bass music, or ways to if you're DJing top 40 and stuff, you literally don't have to match beats as importantly as you do in techno and house, right? There are also ways to transition in from one track to another using sound effects and these other types of things, right? Now, a lot of you have heard my music, right? You've heard me play and demo these things, gear. Everything that I basically have shown you on my channel is cookie cutter music, just to demonstrate the techniques that I'm trying to teach you guys, right? There's also my recorded tracks. If you go to SoundCloud and stuff, I'm not saying that all of them are bad or that there are no good tracks in there, but it's not really what I do. Few of you have seen me play live. I've played more than 600 shows in my life, and usually, in fact almost always, I was booked between 2 and 5 a.m. at outdoor or indoor warehouse rave parties. And for me to get that slot requires a special type of intuition when it comes to track selection, but also performance and technique, right? Now, I don't DJ, right? I actually play my own stuff, and often just to break up some tension, right? That time slot I was talking about is filled with tension, and there are moments where people just need to let the mind go for a moment before you get back into the deep and introspective bass, right? So yeah, there are some things that I do live. I'm thinking about putting together a masterclass on how to create and perform bangers. That's kind of where it's at when you're playing live, and depending on the time slot, there are different techniques for this. But anyway, if that's something you're interested in, let me know in the comments. So the first technique, I'm going to be dropping in some tracks. I'm going to be using pitch to get them all to match beats, right? The second technique is for me to basically play the same tracks, but this time I'm going to warp them in Ableton Live, and I'm going to use them, right? It's way easier to prepare your tracks in Ableton before you play. And to be honest, if you're good at doing this and you get a massive pool of tracks that are all ready for one set, you can read the crowd and actually drop them in real time and DJ them like that, like you would with turntables or Serato or CDJs. Obviously, if you're going to drop other people's tracks in the Akai Force, using the Akai Force just as a DJ machine is kind of, I don't know if it's a waste, but it's like driving your Lambo to the store for groceries, right? Because it's the Akai Force, you have the opportunity to add a lot of elements of your own and really make these DJ performances something special, right? Something that comes straight from your heart and your creative head. Anyway, let's get started. I'll show you the first part right now. Okay, so I just loaded up my performance template. Now, before we even get started, I'm going to tell you that there are going to be some bugs that we're going to run up against in the 3.6 firmware. This is not something many people want to hear. There are many people who thought that the 3.6 firmware solved most of the problems. Well, as far as the performance template goes, none of these bugs that we're going to run up against were present in the 3.3.3 or whatever, the 3.3x firmwares. They were all perfect, right? And some of these are literal deal breakers, you know, whatever. But what we're going to do first is load up a drum program. Now, the clips that we're going to be using are in drum programs. We're not going to be using audio channels for these audio clips, and the reason why is because in the drum program we have notes and these pads. We can put the same sample on different pads with different start locations, right? So that's how we're going to break up our tracks. Track 1 here, this drum program is going to be kind of like DJ in a turntable, like channel 1, right? So what happens is we're going to go ahead and load some tracks. Let's go to places, hard drive, DJ tracks. KLF, I don't want that one. Let's get load to pool, load to pool, load to pool, load to pool. That last one was Sound Vibrate by Rafael Serrato and Wave Wave. Then there was 2 Leighton Giardani tracks, which is Act of God and a banger, and Call You Back, both bangers actually. And then Convex Melodic and Garla, If You Ever, which is also kind of a banger, kind of a soft banger, if you will. Now let's go to Matrix. We've got ourselves, let's scroll down so we're not seeing this, the arrange clip view, whatever. And let's go to notes, oops, and this pad here, shift and clip to get to the device, the sampler within the drum program. In global, we want to make sure we're in mono so that on this channel only 1 clip at a time. We also want to make sure that all these pads are in note on mode. Now let's go to samples. And let's load, what's a good opener? Act of God has an amazing drum loop in the beginning, just hard hitting kicks. Okay, now the Ableton Live warped tracks that I'm going to be using for the second part, right? They're in 125 beats per minute. So let's go down to 125. To be honest, all of these are between 130 and 124. I probably should have done like 127 or something, but nonetheless, here's what we want to do. In the sampler, shift clip, we see the wave here. We want to go to the beginning of the wave, and we want to make sure that there's no empty space. Now there is a tiny bit of empty space. That's not enough to make any difference, but we're still going to move the start point up there anyway, okay? And then what we want to do on the screen, we want to watch those first 4 kick drums and make sure that the 5th kick drum, the start of bar 2, is at bar 2, and I'll show you how to do that. So we're watching 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that one right there, this one here, needs to be starting at 2. So we'll zoom in a little bit, and you can see the bar 2 marker here. We're going to use the fine tuning here, and we're going to dial it back until it is pretty much perfect, okay? Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, and up here in number 3, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 3, we want to dial that one in, okay? So we're going to further bring it back, okay? Now it's pretty much in time. Looks like a kick drum starts here. That kick drum's supposed to be on 11. So using the fine tune, let's go back till it's about there. Okay. So now this entire track should be warped, or it's the pitch has been augmented to where it went from the original, I think 129 beats per minute down to 125 beats per minute. So let's go back to Matrix and let's lay the first couple of bars down. Okay, go to clip and let's trim clip. Sounds good. Okay, now we'll go back to note. Whoops, we're already in note. So we have in launch, we have a clip. In note, we're going to copy that note, which keeps it in note on, also copies the sample over. And in this second guy here, we want the start point to be number 3, where that guy comes in.
Close your eyes. Close your eyes, can you feel? Close your eyes, can you? Close your eyes, can you feel?
Let's count these guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So we want the start to be about here. Right at this kick drum.
Close your eyes, can you feel the rush?
Okay, let's go back to Matrix and lay down another clip. This one's going to be a long one.
Close your eyes, can you feel the rush? Wake the spirits.
Okay, that's good enough, because what we can do is in clip, we'll make this, let's make it 16 bars, the loop length, 16. And in grid, let's grab that note. We want to grab it, and we want to set edit end, and we want to just go all the way to the end. Wish there was a way to dial in this value. Actually, in list mode, list view there is, but anyway. Let's see what's going on here.
Wake the spirits when nobody's touch. Slow it down when we speed it up. 'Cause rhythm is an act of God. My heartbeat is a steady drum. Feel the bass running in my blood. The melody is a holy drug. And rhythm is an act of God. Close your eyes.
Okay, it's good. Here's the thing, right? Here's the first bug in 3.6 that was not in 3.3, okay? Notice where the marker is, okay? See where 19 is? Fine is negative 54. If I hold shift and I move it, boom, it changes where 19 is. So if you're trying to use this graph to make it perfect, it's not going to be spot on. You're going to have to use your ears first, okay? So that's good. Let's make another copy. Let's go to note mode, copy the note.
Close your eyes.
This one here is going to be at 19. We already determined that about. Let's see. Okay, we want it right here. Once again, that should say 19. 19's over here. If we change the fine from negative 54 to 55 and back, it puts 19 back where it's supposed to be, as you can see. You can scroll in a little deeper and move that start point right to the spot. Now we'll go to Matrix and launch. This time, instead of recording a new clip, we'll just copy that clip over, and in this new clip, we can transpose down to the note we just put in. And frankly, we can do that again. Go to note and shift clip. Come on. Gonna do that right there. Grab the start, scroll it in. Let's get it a little closer. Beautiful. Now we go back to Matrix, go back to the clip, and again, clip, select, and use transpose to put it on the next one. So now we have.
Close your eyes, can you feel them in my blood?
Okay, we've got our tracks. Now, one of the detriments, one of the setbacks of using this in this DAW-less manner that I'm showing you is that this track, which is in F minor, by the way, if we go to the device, you'll see that we're half a cent down, basically, negative 54. We're closer to E than we are F. If we add a plugin channel and the notes, if we put that on F, it's going to sound worse than if it's on E, right? Nope. Nothing quite fits it, right? Okay, that's one of the bad points. Let's delete that plugin. What we need to do next is we need to go to Mixer and set up our DJ effects. Now I have my performance effects here, right? If we hit knobs and it takes us to cue links 9 through 16, we can put some effects there. Let's put a kill EQ, which is a DJ EQ on here. If we open that up, we can hear now. Let's start with use this one. If we kill everything but the highs, that's a little too high. I'm going to dial that back a little. That's good. And now the mids, highs, lows. Next thing I want to do is I want to put these cue links together. So in cue link 9, I want that to learn mode, mixer, back to the device, this kill EQ, and I want that to be on the low gain, okay? This one here to be on the mid gain, and this guy here to be on high gain. Now they're set to 0, 0 all the way down. Go back to cue link, unlearn, go back to matrix. Here is bug number 2 that messes up use in 3.6. If I'm using this and I drop this out, if I want to put it back, if I'm touching this, the values are jumping all over. Look at this, just from touching it, it's like bouncing all over. Trying to get like precise. I'm going to try to go back to 0. Okay, took me that long to get back to 0. Now what we can do is for each one of these launch rows, as a workaround, we can take a snapshot. And what that does is it allows us to and then it drops back to normal because of the snapshot. That really helps. Now that we have this set up, let's go, actually I'm going to delete, well, I'm not going to. I was going to delete those snapshots, and I usually set those up at the end, but what we're going to do is copy this over. So now we have the exact same track. And what that does is this drum track is set up like the other one. This is going to be like DJ turntable number 2. So we'll double tap this and we'll change it from, from chartreuse to azure. Azure, yeah. And then we'll copy one of these, that last clip down, and we'll get rid of all these clips. We'll go into note. We'll copy this note, that pad to the top, and we'll delete these 3 because we're going to start over, okay? So in here, shift and clip, we want to pick the next track. I think I'll do If You Ever, okay? Now, once again, just the same as before, we'll go to the wave and we'll see first off if there's any space at the beginning. Nope, there's not. Perfectly trimmed. Good job, Beatport. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We want that 2 right there to be as close as possible to this kick drum. So we use this guy here. We'll bring it up to about there, 14. Which means, since this is not a negative value, that means that this was a little bit slower than 125. Okay? So now we'll go to 9. We'll scroll this in. 9 looks good. Let's go to 17. Okay, it looks good. Looks like it's already in tune. Ready? Let's go to clip. And let's change the loop length to 8 bars. Perfect. Okay, let's make a copy, put it back on 16 bars, go back to note, make a copy, and make this guy start on number 9. So we'll go start point, scroll this thing up to number 9. Not quite. I see. Okay. 9's in the wrong spot, but if I mess with the fine tune and put it back, then it's in the right spot. Go back to the clip and let's transpose that piece. Watch. Okay, they're not in key. Let's see where we're at here. Okay, that was the turnover there. So, let's go back to note. Make another copy. And make the start of this guy on 33. Looks like it's supposed to be about here. Go back to the clip. Wait, let's see. Need to make a copy of the clip. And we will select and transpose that to the next one. Turn down the bass drum. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Back to note, and whoops, wrong track. Don't want to make that mistake. Copy. Shift clip. Okay. Let's put this here. Back to launch. Copy clip. Grab that note. If we go, nice house vibes. Okay, let's set up the cue link for these guys here. This guy here, learn mixer to the other kill EQ, gain, low gain, mid gain, high gain, cue link off. Undo. So let's set up snapshots for these 4.
Close your eyes, can you feel the rush?
What we can do also, mixer, I/O, what we can do is we can send both of these to sub 2. And the reason why, this is not going to stay like this. I probably wouldn't keep it on sub 2 for long. But what that does is that'll send these to the reverb and the delay. Okay, let me show you what I mean.
Close your eyes, can you feel the rush?
So if I go here,
Wake the spirits when
I can go here.
touch. Slow it down when we speed it up. Cause rhythm is an act of God. Rhythm in my blood, rhythm in my heartbeat. Rhythm is a drug, pulling on the melody, bigger than love. Rhythm is an act of God.
Okay, moving. End of this track, right? And we can make these clips longer. We can make them 32 or even 64 at an end. That kind of gives us more time to work with it before the end of the track, so it doesn't loop back around so fast. Watch. Pretty terrible mixing, but that's why you practice. That's why you practice your clips. Oops, that was messed up. Okay, one thing I noticed about these is that didn't go back to 0 when I launched it. Another bug, perhaps? Clear snapshot. So yeah, it had a snapshot at 0, it's still not working. No, that one's not either. Yep, so the snapshot's not working. That's another bug. Anyway, now you can see how to do this. I'm gonna fire up a new project and I'm gonna show you how to do it with warped tracks, which there's a huge amount of benefits for that, but I'm gonna show you. Let's move on. Okay, new project, user template. We're going to be DJing some of the same tracks from the same pool, but we're gonna load them all after they've been warped in Ableton Live. Like I said, you have a Force, you have Live Light, you can absolutely warp tracks. Maybe you don't want to. There are distinct advantages to this. For one thing, we don't need to use a drum program, and I'll show you why. Let's load up an audio channel. Let's go to Mixer, let's go to Effects and put our Kill EQ back in there, select, and let's go to the top clip, create new clip. Yes, let's go to load, warped tracks. Let's put them all in there. Load to pool, load to pool, load to pool. Matrix, we know that this is in 125 because we warped them to 125. I can show you guys how to warp with Ableton Live. I'm not trying to gatekeep that knowledge, but most people haven't been super keen on learning Ableton Live on my channel for some reason. I don't know anyone who knows Ableton Live better than me. Nonetheless, people don't want it, and I don't want this video to be much longer than it is already. But this is gonna be quick. Let's go to Clip, Grid, Browse Samples. Let's start with Call You Back, Leighton Giordani. Do it. Okay, it's already warped. It's already the right tempo. Notice warp is not on, okay? It's already the right tempo. If you go to clip, you'll see the loop length is 8. We can start with this. Sounds good. We don't even need to stop the sequencer. Watch, it's perfect. We can copy, and in the new audio channel, we can make the loop, the loop length is set in stone, 8. We can scroll to 9. Next section, right? Make another copy. In the new clip, we'll make this one 16, and we'll make it start at 16, at 17. It's going. Like a breakdown part. Awesome. Copy and paste. This one here, we'll make it start at 33. Now, I can already tell that this track is going to have parts that we want to augment, right? I'm just doing this on the fly. Okay, this one here, this needs to be an 8-bar loop. So I'm going to, oops, okay. You'll see why in a second. Copy and paste, it's because of these vocals. So in this new one, we'll make this one 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll make this one start at 41, really? Okay, next one.
I got 5 lines in my system.
Yep, awesome. Okay, let's go. Let's go back here and let's go to this kill EQ. And let's. Okay. Now what I want to do is copy this track over, change the color, and then delete all the clips. So right here, we'll create a clip. It's 8 bars, and let's load. Convex? Yeah, good. Do it. Okay, watch.
I got 5.
Let's move this guy down here.
I had 9 lives, but I lived them. Maybe time flies in the.
Let's set the Q links up. Q links. Let's set this guy once again to the kill low gain. This one to mid gain. This one to high gain. This one here on the other one to low gain. This one to mid gain. This one to high gain. Back to Q links and turn it off, all right?
I got 5 lines in my system. I had 9 lives, but I lived them. Maybe time flies in the distance. Maybe I'll call you back. Maybe I'll call you back.
Let's go to this clip because it's low, and let's turn it up a little. And let's copy this. And in this new guy here, let's put this back to 0. And let's put the clip starting at 17. Okay, and let's make this 16 bars. Already, we're in amazing territory. Let's copy this guy over and make this start at 33. Haha, beautiful. Let's solo these. It does need to be a little louder, doesn't it? Let's go down. Let's add a clip here. Can't do it. And in this clip, let's put sound vibrate. Yes. And this guy here, hold on.
I got 5 lines in my system. I had 9 lives, but I lived them. Maybe time flies.
Okay. Don't want to lose the momentum, so let's make sure that this is actually 64 bars. And that way, it'll continue more. Watch.
Maybe I'll call you back. Maybe I'll I got 5 lines in my system.
We're sinking deep into this game.
This guy here. Ready? Already, we're in amazing territory. Let's make sure this one starts at 9 and it's 16. And this is, let's add, this is one of the benefits also. Let's add a plugin. Oops. Watch. Let's go to D. Okay, that settles it. Now you can see. Now you can see why you need to warp your tracks in Ableton in order to DJ with the Akai Force. Obviously, I didn't practice that. It fell into place. There were some problems, but it's just because I didn't put together a set. This is how you rock a show. And don't forget, you can set up the crossfader. You can set up all kinds of things within this paradigm. You know, this thing is the bomb. I don't know if you guys heard, but I'm about to get rid of all of my products on ghostwrittenclips.com and start from scratch. I'm going to leave a link in the description. You can get 50% off anything on the site right now. If you wanted to grab any of the Corgi SX stuff or the Akai Force stuff or any of the stuff I have up there right now, if you want to get it before it's gone. I'll probably release some of it in the future, some of the better stuff, you know, legacy products, etc. But I'm super excited about creating a huge amount of resources, and I am going to basically dedicate this channel for the time being to playing full-on 2-hour live sets with hardware. So all the hardware I have. If there's something that you use that I don't have, let me know in the description and maybe I'll pick one up. Love you guys. Be blessed.